I'm Brenda Gael Smith, and I live and create on the land of the Darkinjung people here at the other Copacabana on the central coast of New South Wales in Australia. It's a long, long way from New York State, and I'm currently subject to stay-at-home orders due to the pandemic. Fortunately, technology has enabled me to still take on the role as Juror of Selection for Quilts Unlimited 2021. I'm a kind of gatekeeper. There were more than 150 entries, and I was asked to select 70 to 80 works for the purposes of exhibition. I based my selection on digital images provided by the artists and applied the selection criteria set by View. Fundamentally, all submissions must be 3 layers with quilting, and so my first job was to go through and remove any entries that did not meet this criteria. This included some felted works and also several entries that were clearly only quilt tops. I then considered whether the entries fitted the category selected by the artist. There are 3 categories available. The bed quilt and wool quilt categories are primarily size-based. The vast majority of entrants chose the art quilt category for their work, and this requires, and I quote, original design reflecting innovative construction and design techniques, theme, subject matter, and/or materials. Now, art quilts can be abstract, they can be representational. At their core, they are communicating an idea, concept, or emotion through the medium of stitched and layered textiles. Intentions matter. By entering the art quilt category, the artists are telling us their intention to create art via the quilt medium. They're also saying they want their work to be evaluated as art. What does this mean? My approach is to consider the visual arts trifecta of design, content, and execution. This is not an assignment for the quilt police with rigid technical rules, but I do ask myself some questions such as, has the maker used their design and materials to best convey what their work is about? Does the chosen technique, whatever it may be, show that they are in control of the medium? And is the quilt made with skill that complements rather than detracts from the work? For me, a successful work is one with strong design, meaningful content, and mastery and execution that all serve to reinforce and complement one another. And that's what I was looking for. I reviewed the images on my computer over several days and progressively reduced the field so that I ended up with 72 pieces. If your work wasn't selected, please don't be discouraged, but I do have some tips that may be useful for next time. First of all, read the prospectus and make sure your work fits the exhibition and the relevant category. Submit a photograph that honours your artwork and shows it as you would expect it to be displayed in a gallery. This means front on, well lit, in focus, with a neutral background and no distracting elements. Show the edges of your artwork. Edge treatments are important. They are intrinsic to the design and they show me that your work is completed, and they give me some clues as to how it will hang. Give your artwork a meaningful title. It's a bridge between the artwork and the viewer and often aids in understanding. And finally, acknowledge and credit the design source for your work, especially if you are using photographs. This is not just a matter of copyright, it goes to the whole issue of originality. Thank you to View for inviting me to be the Juror of Selection. It's been an uplifting assignment during lockdown, and I'm really looking forward to seeing installation photographs and also seeing the outcome of the deliberations of Kathy Boutts, the Juror of Awards, who gets to see these quilts in the cloth. Thank you to all of the entrants, and congratulations to the prize winners.